G'day champions, I'm Jax from J&D Creations. This is Aussie Tool Reviews, and today we're going to be unboxing the 14-inch to 20-inch variable speed lathe from Pop Shed. Now this lathe was supplied to me by Pop Shed, but I'm under no obligations as to what I include in any of these videos. Plus, this is an unboxing, so I don't even know what to expect yet. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get all the extra bits and pieces installed on this now. One thing I will say though guys is be careful when you're pulling this out of the box. I'm not sure whether it's the cast iron or whether it's the paint, but the one I've got here has some nice sharp spikes along the footing where the tailstock is. So in an attempt to prevent any injury, I'm just going to take a file to those, get them nice and smooth, and then we'll get all the bits put on. So this is the 14 to 20 inch variable speed lathe from Pop Shed. As you can see, it's not a bad looking bit of kit. Now obviously I haven't used this to turn anything yet, but straight out of the box the construction feels really good. All of the individual pieces slide really nicely along the bed, and there's a certain heft to the product that is really essential for a good quality lathe. The tool rest alone appears to be pretty much the same size as the tool rest on my larger lathe. Now if you want to pick one of these up for your workshop, you're going to need an absolute minimum space of 1055mm long by 560mm wide. That's the footprint of the machine. One cool feature of this machine is you can add an extension to the end of the bed, which ends up giving you a whopping 1120mm between centers. That is very close to what I have on my big blue lathe. I'm quite a fan of these tool holders at both ends of the lathe, although I can't see a need to have both of them because all of the tools do fit in one. It is quite nice for a company to oversupply than undersupply though. All your power controls are done right here on this panel. You have your on and off switches here, your variable speed dial, and your forward and reverse. Your RPM readout is up here, and there's a very handy sticker on the headstock of the lathe that tells you which belts correspond to which ranges of speed. One thing I did pick up on while I was setting this lathe up is that all the tools are included to set this up. You don't need anything extra. However, if you want to access the belts to change your RPM range, this right here is a Phillips head screw, whereas every other bolt or screw on this lathe is operated with an Allen key. So I'm not quite sure why that's a Phillips head screw there, but if you are buying a lathe as the very first thing in your workshop and you don't have screwdrivers, you'll need to go and get yourself a Phillips head screwdriver to add to your collection. Now this lathe comes with a faceplate, a spur center, and a live center, which is everything you're gonna need to chock up a piece of wood between centers and get turning. Obviously, you're gonna need some turning chisels as well, but we're talking about the lathe here, not the cutting implements. It has a Morse 2 taper on both the tailstock and the headstock. The headstock also hosts a 30 by 3.5 thread pattern. So a big benefit for me is all of my attachments for my other lathe will fit this lathe. My Nova chucks, my Jacobs chuck, my live centers, my spur centers, even my whopping big faceplate will all fit on here. There's also a 1-inch post on the tailstock, which technically means it's interchangeable with my other lathe as well. So champions, that's my unboxing and first impressions of what I think it's safe to say is an incredible looking MIDI lathe. I think it's going to be completely capable of the task that I'm going to throw at it, and I really cannot wait to get some wood chopped up in there and get turning. Now if you too like the look of this lathe, I'll have a link down below to Pop Shed. Don't worry, it's not an affiliate link, not currently anyway. But this lathe is looking at setting you back about $1,100. Given the functionality, the variable speed, the indexing locking head, you are getting decent bang for your buck there. When you also consider the fact that at an additional cost, you can add on a bed extension and get nearly as much between centers as I get on my full-size freestanding lathe, I think that's pretty crazy. Further down the track, I will do a more in-depth review on this bit of gear once I've had a chance to really put it through its paces. Now, as I previously stated, this lathe was supplied to me from Pop Shed, as they are sponsoring an upcoming series that I'm about to start on this channel. However, I do want to let you know that this video right here is not sponsored in any way. Everything I've gone through and told you is my own opinion, and I wouldn't lie to you guys. I value all of you far too much. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel and ring that little bell, because you don't want to miss the series that is coming that I'm going to use this lathe for. If there's any tools out there that you want to see reviewed on Aussie Tool Reviews, leave a comment down below and let me know. It would be great if that tool was already in my shop, but I'm open to suggestions. Also, if you would like your own Aussie Tool Reviews uniform, check out the links down below. I got you covered. All right guys, stay safe, look after yourself. Until the next time, I'll see you later.